Hello amazing family, you're welcome to my channel or the Nimaka to the benefit day, and you're coming across this channel for the first time or this amazing place for the first time. You are warmly welcome. I always say stay subscribed to this channel because in this channel we have amazing content and we talk about the youth and we bring out a positive aspect of how as a youth we can develop our world, we can develop ourselves, we can develop our environment according to the will of God more precisely, because without the will of God you can't achieve what you want to achieve as a youth. And if you are seeing this place for the first time, you are warmly welcome again, and to our returning subscribers, you know we love you, and thank you for watching the last video. Thank you for sharing, thank you for liking, thank you for your comments. And for those who have not watched and those who have not subscribed, I don't know you're waiting for, kindly click the bell button so that you'll be notified each time we post new videos in this channel. So without wasting of time, we're going to go straight into the video. We began a series called The Power of Silence in our last video, and in our last video we spoke about 5 things that as a youth you should keep private to yourself for you to live a peaceful life or to live a rightful life. And without wasting of time, we are going to talk about 6 things today, 6 situations that you should remain silent. So you're welcome back, and as I said earlier, today we are based with 6 situations why as a youth or why as a benefit child you should remain silent. Remember, it's not in every situation that you have to speak. Remember in our last video I said that we are faced with a situation in a world where everybody wants to speak something, everybody wants to bring out his or her own opinion in a situation, in something, even when you are not concerned, even when it doesn't concern you, or even when it's none of your business. People will always want to talk. And let me just say this, I was discussing with a friend of mine today before yesterday, and I was telling him that in this life, as a youth, don't do things to please people. You get, do things to satisfy yourself personally. I personally am someone that if I want to do something and I'm trying to contemplate if I should do it to please people or to please myself, I've just classified my mind that in this world I have to please myself first. I please God, I please my family. If I do something that is satisfy me and it doesn't satisfy you, as long as it satisfies me, I am cool with it. So as youth, we usually face this situation, this scenario of trying to please others, trying to satisfy others. Don't satisfy others, darling. In this year, try to please yourself and try to satisfy yourself. Try to please God, try to please your loved ones, and apart from those people, forget about the others. So without wasting of time, we are going to start with the first situation where as a youth you must not bring out your opinion, you must not speak, you have to stay silent. So what is that first? The first situation where as a youth you should remain silent is, you know, that situation where you cannot say something without shouting or without screaming. Dear youth, dear darling as you are, precious and honorable benefit child as you are, please, it's not good. The atmosphere is not pleasing. That situation, no good result will come out from that situation if you continue talking while screaming, while shouting. It's not beneficial to you and it's not beneficial to the person you are communicating with. So if you are faced with a situation that you are going to shout or you want to say something and that thing can only come out when you are shouting, I plead on you to remain silent. Okay, let's take a situation. Let's take this scenario. Let's say someone smashed me or someone did something bad to me, and instead for me to calm down myself and say, okay darling, you did this to me and I did not love it, and then I instead come and I'm like, Why did you do this to me? What did you? Don't you know that you hurt me? Don't you know? No, no. As a youth, if you can't speak calmly, if you can't pass your message calmly, please, at that particular moment, stay quiet, because anything you say in the mood of shouting, it's not going to penetrate into the other person's head. The other person is not going to receive the information that you want to pass across. Okay, so please, if you want to say something, or if you want to pass across a message to someone and you have the tendency of shouting, please, the best thing you should do at that moment is to just stay quiet, calm down yourself, bring all your nerves down, clear your head, clear your tone, ensure that your tone is a calm tone, and what you want to say, think about it, reflect on the words you want to say, so that when the words finally come out, it will not only benefit you that is talking, because when you scream, you hurt yourself. When you speak calmly, it's beneficial to yourself, because you know those things. So if you want to say something to someone and you have the tendency of shouting, please stay quiet until you are fully calm before you speak what you want to say, in a calm atmosphere, in a calm tone, and everything is going to go on smoothly as it should be. Okay. The second situation where as a youth you should remain silent is that situation in which all what you want to say or anything you want to say is damage to the other person. That is, every word that is coming out from your mouth, it's dangerous, negative. Those are situations, that is a situation in which as a youth you should not speak. You should just zip your mouth, as mature as you are, and stay quiet. The way you stay quiet is beneficial to you. I say it again. Anything you say in the heart of anger can never be erased. Imagine you are not in good terms with your friend or your best friend, and you want to correct that person, or you want to speak to that person, you want to have a conversation with that person, and because you are angry, because you are tense, because that person has gotten you on your nerves, and all you want to do is just to burst out and express what you have in your heart. And normally in that atmosphere, in that situation, some people will always have bad words coming out. Some people will always want to speak positively, but they find themselves releasing negative words. If you want to say something, that is why I always say that as a youth, we should always communicate in our mind. Your mind is the only thing that God has given you that you can easily control. Nobody can control your mind. Nobody can control the way you think, the way you reason in your head. It's only you that have access to your mind. It's only you that can control your mind. It's only you that talk to your mind, and your mind listens. You get? So in any situation that you want to speak or anything you want to say, I personally am someone that before I say something, I have reflected in my mind, I have planned on how I'm going to say it, the words I'm going to use, the method I'm going to use, how I'm going to say it. Is it going to be beneficial to the person I'm talking about? I usually communicate a lot with my mind, and that's why most of my friends, they don't really flow with me. Why? Because I'm a slow talker, I'm a slow communicator, and before I say something, before I have a conversation, a proper conversation with someone, I have already planned that conversation in my mind. What is the first word I'm going to use? What's the second thing I'm going to say? Like, I've thought of everything in this mind of mine. So as a youth, before you want to say something, before you want to release a word out, think first if that word is going to be educating, if that word is going to be beneficial to the person you are talking to, if the word is going to be terrible, if it's going to be a negative word, if it's going to be a dangerous word, stay silent. Okay, I know there's some situations that we face in life that we can't control ourselves, but as long as you're a benefit child, you should be able to control yourself in such a way that even if you are angry at what, let not evil words, let a positive mentality be what you produce, be what you reflect out. Okay, let's not allow our anger to control us. We are the ones to control anger, not anger controlling us. I assure you that if anger controls you, if you allow your anger to control you, you will regret the rest of your life, because the negative words you are going to relate, you are going to say to that person will forgive you, yes, but for that person to forget those words, it will be very difficult. So for you to avoid this situation where you release words and then at the end of the day you find yourself regretting it, the best thing you can do, darling, the best thing you can do, amazing family, is to stay quiet. Our parents usually tell us that when you are angry and you have reached that climax in which you can no longer control it, and at the same time you want to talk, at the same time you want to at the same time you want to bring out your opinion or your point of view, that climax is not the best moment for you to talk or to bring out your point of view. They usually tell us to calm down, even for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Just take a breath, breathe, calm down your nerves, calm down, calm down, calm down. Even when you are calm, you are still angry. But I assure you that when you have calmed down, there is a high tendency of you not speaking negatively as you would have spoken when you were at the climax of that situation. I don't know if you get it. So there is a climax, and when you are fully calm, when you are at the climax, there's a high probability of you just speaking uncontrollably. That is, you just releasing words at the end you're going to regret. But when you calm down and you are still angry, even in your anger, you are going to control the way you speak. You're going to control how you release your words. Okay, so when you are angry, don't speak like zip up your mouth, and then just calm down, and then everything is just going to go out smooth as it should be. See, everything people want you to say depends on you. If you don't want people to know your life, you don't want people to know what is in your mind, what you are thinking about, what you are planning, the only way that they will win to be able to know is when you remain silent. But as long as you open your mouth and you start speaking, everybody in your surrounding is going to know what is here, is going to know what has been written, which is not good for yourself, for your environment. And I forgot to tell you that when you stay calm, when you are silent, when you keep things private to yourself, it brings out self-respect and peace reign. In this situation here, we have that as a youth, you should stay silent and be mature, and just for peace to reign is when you know, like you fully know, you are fully aware that your neighbor is tempting you to talk, and you fall in that person's trap by actually talking. Like, you know that this person is teasing you for you to speak and just for you to, and you finally fall in that person's trap by actually talking. That just shows how you have low esteem for yourself. Like, you don't respect your personality, like you don't know who you are. That is why I said in the first video that for people to be able to respect you, you have to stay quiet. You have to keep your weaknesses to yourself. For people not to easily taste you or get you on your nerves, you have to keep your weaknesses to yourself. Because as long as your weaknesses are being exposed out there, people will always tempt you, who will always use those your weaknesses to tempt you. And because they know that they are your weaknesses, you always want to prove yourself right, or you always want to prove them that yes, it's your weakness, but you can still walk through it. You will always fall in their trap. So please, as a benefit youth, keep quiet. Once you notice, or once you discover that someone wants to use your weakness against you, or someone just wants you to talk as if you are a radio. We are not radios. So why should someone just turn you on, and then because you cannot control yourself, you just start talking and just as if you are a radio? No, darling, you aren't a radio. You are not a radio. So someone should not just control you by turning on your weakness, your weak point, and then you just start flowing as if that is how you were created to be. No, you correct, you control yourself. God controls you. Okay, people should not be the one controlling you. People should not be the one deciding what, or people should not be the one deciding the atmosphere to put you in, and the atmosphere you should be in, and the atmosphere you should not be in. It's your life. It's not them that are living that life for you. You are the one living that life. So as a benefit child, people should not decide on the atmosphere you should be, either in a cool atmosphere or in a hot atmosphere. It's not for people to decide. It's your life, and you are the one responsible for your life. So you should be the one controlling and deciding the atmosphere in which you want to be, and the atmosphere in which you don't want to be. Okay, so each time you notice that someone is teasing you to talk, or someone just wants you to just speak uncontrollably, you are at the right position, you are at the right place to determine if you actually want to say something, if you actually want to talk or not. Now, the fourth situation or scenario that you should stay quiet as a you is, those situations in which you got an information from someone about another person, and you have just concluded that the information you got from person A is the correct information about person B. That kind of scenario, you should stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. The fact that somebody has told you this about person B does not mean that it's correct, and you just come and you are concluding. Those facts are not actually true. So why should you conclude? Why should you just be talking, and then some people go right to the extent that they are getting angry once that receive an information from person A about person B, and then they because they have not really gotten to the depth, they have not really tried to know if that information they got it's the right information. And they just go and they are angry, like, hello, are you normal? Are you morally okay? You just receive an information about someone, and then you just conclude that, okay, that is what it is. And that's what many youths do. We don't take the time to study people. We don't take the time to study a particular problem, study a particular situation before we bring in our conclusions, and before we bring out our perspective about that person or about that situation. Please, we should stop this. We should stop it. If you continue concluding based on the facts you have gotten from other people about a particular person, I assure you that you are going to ruin your relationship with many of your friends. You are going to destroy a relationship that you have built for a long period of time, just because you receive little facts or little information from people that are not even correct, that are not even sure, that are not even 100% sure. So please, as youths, let's take our time to study those around us. Let's take our time to study the situation in which we are, so that once you receive an information concerning a friend of yours, you should be able to say that no, this friend of mine cannot do this. You should be able to say yes, this is possible from this friend of mine. That is you talking from experiences you have had with those people, and not you just talking not you just concluding because you got it from other people. It's not pleasant. It's not good for a relationship. It's not good for a youthful atmosphere. And I say again, if this is your lifestyle, if this is you, if that is how you live with your friends, just concluding based on facts gotten from other people, you are going to damage your relationship, darling. You are going to destroy your relationship, and that is not good for you. If you haven't gotten the real facts or the real information or the correct information about that person, you should stay quiet. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. if you haven't gotten the real facts, if you haven't gotten the real information about that person that your friends told you about, please stay quiet. Don't conclude. Don't take it to heart. These are things that give people heart attacks. These are things that make people to fall sick, because they receive information from other people and they have not done research about this information, and they keep grudges to their heart. They keep grudges in their heart. You just see them ignoring their other friends. You just see them neglecting their other friends simply because of the little information they receive from other people, and they haven't even gotten to that friend and had a proper conversation with that person to know if the information they got about person A or B is the right information. And as long as you keep it to your heart, you are damaging yourself, you are hurting yourself. So please, if you haven't gotten the right information about a particular situation, about a particular person in your life, if you haven't gotten to the depth of that situation, and you are not 100% sure that the information you receive are good, please darling, don't conclude. Stay quiet, and in your secret, in your private time, study the situation, study the person, and know if those informations are true or not before you bring out the final conclusions. The next situation why or when as you should remain silent is, you know that situation in which you get into a room and you see people gossiping about your friend or about somebody, especially when you don't know the person, or even if you know the person and people are gossiping. Is it in your place, is it in your personality to chip in what you don't even know? Must you speak? Must you add pepper or Maggi or salt? Must you add something to it? When people are gossiping, it's not in your place as a benefit child to speak, especially when you don't know or you have little or no information about what they are talking about. Stay quiet. It's not in everything that you must bring out your opinion. It's not in everything that you must speak. It's not in every scenario in life that you must add your perspective or your opinion to it. Why should people be gossiping and then you come as you are, and you are just from nowhere, you just, yes, this person was like this, this person was like this. Who asked you, like, who asked your opinion? Who asked you something? Youth, please, let's not get into such situations again. It's not beneficial to you, because when those informations that people have, the gossip people have gathered in that area, when they will go out and they get to the person in which people are gossiping about, and then you are gathered all together too, for you to say what you have said in that gossip moment, you will be shy of yourself and you will be unable to repeat what you said there. So if you know what is good for you, for self-respect and for peace to reign, when you enter into a room where people are gossiping, please stay quiet. It's not in your place to speak. It's not in your place to bring out your opinion. It's not in your place to say A did this or B did this or this went wrong or this did not go wrong. We did not ask you. It's not in your place to tell us what is happening. We are not interested. We are not interested. Don't tell us. Okay? Stay quiet. Build your self-esteem. Build your self-confidence. Instead of talking, there are a lot of things you can do that will build you, that will correct a lot of aspects in your life. There are things that we as youth, we don't know because we mismanage our time. Instead for you gossiping, you would have been doing something that will help you in life somewhere. You would have been building a positive aspect of your life. You would have been correcting something somewhere. You would have been developing yourself or your environment or something else apart from gossiping. So don't gossip. Use that moment, use that time, use that moment that you are gossiping to do something else. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. So for self-respect, for your self-respect and for peace to reign among you, within you and among your friends, when people are gossiping, keep your mouth shut. You must not talk. Now, This other situation is a situation that I love so much. Like, my brothers are tired of me in this situation. You have to stay quiet when you have repeated something like many times, and the person you are talking to, a person you are addressing to, has refused to receive or listen to that situation. Okay, I'm somebody that when I say something once, twice, or when I correct you 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, up to 5 times, and you have refused to receive the correction, you have refused to learn, I just stay quiet. I just isolate myself. It's true, some people come and tell me that the Bible says we should never get tired of doing wrong. But darling, at times I really get tired. Like, it's frustrating. It looks like I'm talking to a deaf and dumb person that can't hear, can't talk, can't react, can't correct what, or can't receive the correction that has been done. Like, it's frustrating when you repeat something over and over and over and over again, and the person you are adjusting to intentionally refuse to receive that information. If it's not frustrating to you, me, it frustrates me 100%. And equally, when you speak to me about something over and over again, like I'm in a choir that it looks like every day we have practice, there is always something that the leader always keep on repeating and repeating. And I'm like, Mom, don't you get tired of repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again? Like, it's boring. It gives me headache. Like, when you keep on repeating something over, I have already got to you the first time you said it. Like, the second time you spoke, I got you. You get? And at times people, it looks like, at times people think that because you haven't corrected what we told you to do, you are being disobedient. I just realized that at times we need time to correct what we are being told to. So when I'm in a period of correcting that situation and you keep on repeating the same thing over and over again, it looks like my endeavors to correct that situation is not moving. So I just cease, I just stop, and then I'm like, okay, keep on talking, and then let me just stay there, and then let's see how it's going to move. Like, when you talk many times, as often, can you just give a break for that person to receive what you have already spoken or what you have said? Can you just give that person a break? Can you just breathe? Can that person just breathe from all the repetitions? Like, it's always frustrating. I'm talking about this like, I'm like, can you just allow me to rest? Yes, I have gotten you, I have gotten what you have said. Yes, I'm working on it. So the time I'm using to work on it, can you just remain silent? Can you just keep your mouth shut and allow me to think and see how I'm going to work and get into that future, get into that solution that you have given me? Like, at times it's not easy. So once I say something to someone once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and you haven't received it, okay, I'm like, okay, maybe this person is working on it. So let me just take a break. Let me just remain silent and see after some period of time if my break of talking is really going to bring out a positive result. Because as long as you keep on talking, and repeating that situation, I assure you that at one point I'm going to get tired. And once I get tired, you will still continue talking, and I'm like, I just hope this person is not talking to me, because it's not going nowhere. It's entering here, it's coming out the other way. And I don't know if I should use this as a means to talk to our parents. Like, parents, please, when you speak to us, the youth, we have received the information, and within us, it's not like something that you can change, like just turning and then just correcting it. It's not easy. So we need time. We take time to correct those situations that you guys correct us on. a daily basis. We need time, and we take time to correct those situations. So while we are trying and putting in efforts and putting in a lot of measures to correct those situations, please give us a break. Just allow us, let us be mature, let us grow, let us contemplate, let us think on how we can correct that and bring out a positive result. I don't know why I'm feeling a lot to talk about this point, but please, let's work on this aspect. Because once you keep on talking and talking, it gives headache. It's frustrating, I assure you. If you haven't experienced this situation before, I pray you don't get in such a situation where something is. Do you know how it feels when a radio is speaking over and over again? The radio does not get tired. Like at the end of the day, you have headache. It just gives you frontal headache. Like last but not the least situation where as a youth you should remain silent is something that I recently noticed. I recently discovered that many of us are involved in it. Like this social media thing, I don't know how God is going to deliver us, but God has to really deliver us. Like you get into social media, you see two or more people quarreling on something. How does it affect you? How is it related to you? And you just see someone bursting from nowhere and they start contributing to somebody's own headache. Like, are you okay? Are you normal? Like, what have you not understood about social media? Whatever thing you are going to say, you get into social media, you see two or more people quarreling about something that you have little or no idea about, and you just start chipping in your own opinion. Like, who asked you? Most of the time, what you even say, people just read it and then they will never ever take your opinion. So why are you just wasting your energy? The little data that you don't even have, you're wasting and you're commenting and you're giving your own opinion, you're giving your own this, you're giving your own that. Like, who asked you? So please stop. Stop. If you don't have an important thing to do with your internet, please come and watch my videos. Please watch my videos. Watch educative videos. Do research that is going to help you, and don't waste your internet and to go and be chipping in or quarreling or interfering in other people's business. Okay? Please, let's stop it. Let's stop it for self-respect and for peace to reign. Arrêtons ça. Arrête ça. Stop it. It's not good for your health. Okay, so I've come to the end of this part 2 video on the topic, the power of silence. And I hope these few points about being silent and keeping private your life has helped you and is helping you and is helping your environment, is helping you develop yourself as a youth. And please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, click the bell button so you will be notified when I push on new videos in this channel. It's like, come your way, keep loving, keep believing with Christ. We can do all things. Watch out for part 3 of this amazing series. It's going to bless you. I love you all.